Now, you guys probably don't know this, but I used to be the person who was completely opposite to who I am today. In the past, even a year ago, I would work 1 to 2 hours every single day, and that was not even focused. That was very, very distracted. To whereas now, every single day nowadays, I work 10 hours a day and pretty focused, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna say incredibly focused, but like pretty focused. And the main question that I get on this channel is that, Ahmet, how do you do that? How do you have that motivation to build such a work ethic? So let me spill the secret for you. And the big secret that why you can't actually sit your ass down and work 10 hours every single day to achieve your goals. Why you can't do that, the secret. And the secret is that there is no secret. The reason why I work probably so much more than you is not because of the fact that I know much more about productivity. I know much more about like more strategies, more tactics about productivity, about work ethic that you don't know. No, that's not the reason. Honestly, when I look back 2 years ago, I was consuming every single productivity YouTube video out there and I was not doing the work. So what's changed? And the thing that changed is simply this. Everything that you need to utilize to become productive, everything that you need to know to build the work ethic is something that you already know. The thing that needs to change is you just need to do the basics. When I was planning this video, I thought to myself, what are actually the things, like the rules that I have, the strategies that I have, all of these jazz that I have that actually makes me productive? And I boiled it down to 3 things. And the 3 things I'm gonna tell you today are not things you've never heard of. These are all 3 things you've heard of and you know a million times. So when I make this video is gonna look like, but like it didn't say anything new. It's because there is nothing new. It's because I just do these 3 things every single day and I just work. I just work 10 hours a day every single day. There is actually no secret. It's a decision you make in your mind. You say, hey, I actually give a fuck about my goals. I'm gonna achieve them. And that takes work and I'm willing to do that work. So I'm gonna go a little off script here and tell you guys where the idea of this video comes from. So as you guys know, like I have videos about this where I love journaling. I absolutely love journaling and I've been journaling consistently since 2019 and that means it's 5 years of journaling, and beforehand I used to also journal here and there but not consistently. And if you also know kind of like how I live, if you knew like the apartment that I used to live in Istanbul, you know that I have like these 15 to 20 journals I have and they're all filled out, pretty much close to all filled out, and that's kind of like my life's work. Everything I wrote down about my self-improvement journey since I learned the idea of self-improvement. And what I realized and I realized this like last year, 1.5 years ago, I sat down and I took like 1-2 hours to go through all of the journals that I had. And I would just read the struggles that I was going through in 2019. And I would pick up a journal from 2020. I would read it and I would look at the struggles that I was facing in 2020. And you know what I've seen? I've seen that I was struggling with becoming productive, building this work ethic, being motivated, being disciplined from 2019 to like 2023. And I was shocked. Imagine me writing down the struggles that I have every single day. Oh, I can't stay consistent. I'm not disciplined enough. I should work more. I need to be more motivated for like years because I couldn't solve the problem because I was looking for an external solution, which was like a productivity tactic that I was looking for. And that shit would work for a couple of days. But then I would just turn back to my old routines. The solution to this was simple. The solution to this was literally accepting, hey, I want to build an extraordinary life. And to build an extraordinary life at a young age, that takes extraordinary work. So I just cannot be normal. I have to work so much more harder and so much more focused on the right things compared to the average person. And that takes a lifestyle that I'm just right now not living. And when I made that decision, I just switched up my complete identity and complete my life. This video is sponsored by Gelato, world's #1 print-on-demand network. Now, what is print-on-demand? Print-on-demand is a beginner-friendly business model where Gelato provides you with high-quality products that you can personally customize and put your logo and then sell for a profit. So in simple words, it kind of functions like this. You buy a t-shirt from Gelato for like $8, let's say, and then you put your own logo and your own design, so you make it look cool, and then you sell it for, let's say, $20. and you made $12 from selling that one t-shirt. And here is the absolute most beautiful thing about this business model. If you had your own company doing this, then you would have to buy the t-shirt physically, design it yourself on top of it, print it yourself, and then ship it as a person. You have to do all these things. But when you're using Gelato, you don't have to do any of this. You just sell the thing, someone buys it from your website, from the shop that you created, and then that specific t-shirt is already created by Gelato with your own design and then shipped it to the customer. You don't need any inventory, you don't need to do any shipping, literally everything is done for you, which is amazing for this business model. And this means as long as you sell your products online, you can live wherever you want and then do whatever you want, and then you will still make money online. Now, there are a lot of other platforms that can do print on demand, but why should you use Gelato? Number one, because they have actually high quality products for the best prices. And number two, in this business model, shipping can be a pain in the ass. Imagine you ordering something from China, it comes in like 2 months later, but if you're using Gelato, it actually gets shipped very, very fast because they have international fast shipping. Number three, they have a wide range of products that you can select from. Try Gelato for free and get 50% off from your first purchase if made within the 3 days of creating your account. Go to gelato.com/Ahmet. The link for that is in the description that you can check out. Thank you for Gelato for sponsoring this video. Okay, that's kind of like how the idea of this video comes from. I read those journals last year, back to back to back, and I was shocked. I was like, bro, am I wasting my time away? Am I wasting my life with self-improvement? Because it looks like I haven't made any progress. And it looks like some parts of 2020 were better than some parts of 2022. How the fuck does that happen? Wasn't I supposed to improve? You see? So, the way to solve this problem is through 3 things I'm going to talk about in this video. And again, the things that I'm going to tell you in this video are not things that you don't know. You knew these already, alright? It's time to actually just do them. Number 1, every evening before I go to sleep, I make sure that I have an exact plan of how tomorrow is going to look like. When I wake up, I know the exact tasks that need to be done. No questions asked. Exact tasks on when I should be doing them, like exact details, everything is ready when I wake up. And when I wake up, I just turn my robot mode, and without questioning, I just sit down on my desk, look at the plan, what's the first task, let's get started. I don't think, I don't sit down and contemplate on what I should be doing, I don't go back and forth, I don't have my phone in my hands thinking about what I do. I just wake up, get to my desk, and get started. No questions asked. I just follow exactly what the daily plan tells me to do. That's it. Number 2, I heavily prioritize the first 6 hours of the day. Now, I've met a lot of high-performing individuals until now. I've met a lot of high-performing entrepreneurs, and I have never seen someone who is an actual high performer who wastes the first 6 hours of the day. That just never, ever, ever happens. So, in my daily routine, it's not like I'm a robot that knows every single minute of the day I know what I'm gonna do. But for the first 6 to 7 hours, sometimes 5, of the day, the first block of the day, I exactly know what I'm supposed to do. I'm just like a robot in the first 5 hours. And then it gets a little more chill. But in the first couple of hours of the day, I just work on the most important things that needs to get done in that day. And that also gets into the third thing that we're going to talk about, which is I have a specific MIT to get done every single day. And as long as that MIT is not done, I just don't go to sleep. So I ask myself this question: what is one thing that I need to do today that if I don't do anything else, this day is already itself like a success? And the moment I ask myself this question, I know the most important task, the MIT of the day, and I write that down into my daily plan. And as long as that task is not done, I don't go to sleep. And the reason why this correlates really well with the second thing is, as I said, I prioritize the first 6 hours. I just do the most important task in the first couple of hours of the day. And that's why every single day, it's like a green for me, it's like a plus for me. It just adds up, builds up slowly to the person I want to become. And honestly, when you boil it down, this is it. I just plan the next day before I go to sleep. And then when I wake up, I just do the plan. That's literally it. And when you're questioning yourself, why can't I be productive? Why can't I, work as hard as other people I see on social media? It's because of this. You allow yourself to change the plan. You allow yourself to make a new plan. You allow yourself to procrastinate. And I used to do the same thing for myself as well in the past. But now, that's just not in my world. It just doesn't exist for me. I don't think like that. When I wake up, I look at the plan that I have in my notebook, and this is what's gonna get done. Now, does shit happen? Does, for example, extraordinary, urgent things happen? Yes, but how much % of the time? Not much. I promise you, I've tried every single productivity tactic out there. I paid for the courses, I got the mentorship, I tried everything in my life, I taught these things in videos for YouTube, but nothing actually works when you call it a tactic because it's supposed to, it's technically defaulted to not working. It's like a tactic you're just utilizing nowadays. The change that needs to happen is you have to make this very, very, very uncomfortable decision that, hey, I want to live an extraordinary life. And if I want to live an extraordinary life, this is the lifestyle that it takes. And if I'm not going to live this lifestyle, if I'm not going to work this hard, then don't call yourself ambitious. Don't call yourself you're going to be an outlier, because you won't be. If you don't go through a hard lifestyle that actually sharps you as a person, that actually shapes your identity, shapes your personality, who will become someone who is successful. You need to go through this metamorphosis where you change your identity to someone who actually loves the hard work. So my friend, put your head down for 3 years and see what's gonna happen. I love you, I support you, keep crushing it, and I'll see you in the next one.